Hey everybody, welcome back to our vegan channel. The amount of Veganuary is dripping through our hands. We've only got a few precious videos left, but make sure you subscribe. I'm going to tell you right now so that you hit that subscribe button before you forget, before the end of the video, if you want to see more from us for the rest of Veganuary and after. So today I have a recipe from someone else. I have been obsessed with this other vegan channel called Well Your World. Dylan over there is, let's see, he is SOS. Salt, oil, and added sugar free.
Dang.
Not all of the time, I don't think, but most of the time. And like, when I mean most of the time, I mean like 90-something% of the time. And his recipes look really, really good and tasty, and it's all whole foods, plant-based. And I wanted to try out one of his recipes because it looks so good to me for oat clusters. And it's all good ingredients, as my mom would say, so how could it be bad? I'm going to leave a link in the info box to the recipe, his recipe and video, and go check him out. I think you'll be pretty impressed because he's really good. Alright, so let's begin. I hope I do this justice. Where I am using 2 times the recipe today. He's got a base recipe that is for 1 banana, I'm using 2 bananas, so I'm doubling the recipe. On his video, he did 10 times the recipe. So I'm just going to do 2. So I'm doing 2 tablespoons of flax. Oh, I could have used this. And you know what? That's a coffee scoop, so it's not exactly 2, so I just added a little bit more. But like he said in his video, this recipe is very forgiving. It doesn't really, doesn't have to be super exact. So I'm also adding some water here for the flax. I was gonna say
what
for
are you
the flax.
saying?
I don't know. I'm just so excited because I haven't had these in a while. We used to make something like this when we first went vegetarian, and it was really tasty. I think it was kind of like called uncooked oatmeal cookies or something like that. But I love oatmeal in cookies. I don't like oatmeal in a bowl. But we're gonna set this aside, and we're going to let that become our egg. Now this is the first recipe that I'm doing in our new Vitamix. So I'm really excited for this because I've never used a Vitamix before. I've always used Blendtec. So I just washed it. And in here we're going to be putting the 2 bananas. Because remember, it's 2 times his recipe. Did you guys know that you're supposed to peel a banana from the bottom?
Crazy.
Because that's where the flour is. This is actually the handle that you hold when you eat it.
How do you answer the phone?
See, it's hard to peel it from that side. It's much easier to peel it from this side.
Mm.
I never knew that. I was doing it wrong all along. That's how monkeys eat it. Alright, so we've got that in there. We're also going to need some dates. That's going to be the sugar in our recipe. So no refined sugar. Just these beautiful juicy dates. And he recommends 3 to 5 dates per base. So since we're doing 2, we're going to do between 6 to 10 dates, depending on the size and everything. So I'm just going to pull the pits out of these and get it in the blender. And then we'll check back. Alright, my dates were a little bit hard. I hope that's not a problem.
Good thing you got that Vitamix.
I know. Well, that's a little vanilla. We're also going to put in some of this beautiful cinnamon. Bowie loves cinnamon. Just kidding. Dogs don't eat cinnamon.
Oh, Bowie! I said, hell no!
Alright, so now we're going to also put in a little bit of hemp seed. Because in Dylan's recipe, he's got nuts, and I can't eat nuts. And I do want a little extra something. So I'm just going to put in a little bit of hemp, and I'm also going to add some sunflower seeds later on. So it has a little bit of crunch and a little bit of salt from the salted, roasted sunflower seeds. So now is the time when we put our egg in, which is flax. It's going to help it mix. Alright, fingers crossed. We're going over to the Vitamix now.
Oh boy, the maiden mix. Maiden blend.
I guess I should take this out and use the stomper because that's why I got it. Because I didn't want to have to deal with, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so I guess we'll just stick that on there. And here we go. Get in there. Pull it up a little. There we go.
It's pretty wild.
It is. Way better than the Blendtec. Sorry, Blendtec. Dogs were pretty upset by that.
Yeah, they
Sorry.
were. Minnie, it's okay.
Alright, so I want to make sure I got all my goodness off the, what would you even call that? The battering ram. Alright, so here's our wet. It's going into 2 cups of oats, because remember we're doing 2 times.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm using the tiniest spatula.
Yeah, what are you
What
are you doing?
I should have had a big, a spatula out. Yeah, I'm going to switch to a big spatula. Let me scrape all this out. Alright, so I scraped it all out, or most of it. Much easier than my Blendtec because the container on the Vitamix is actually a little bit shorter, so it's easier to get your scoop in there to get everything out. So, like I said before, I'm going to add these for a little extra crunch. Not too many. You don't want to overdo it because you want it to hold together.
Those are sunflower seeds, by the way, just in case.
Right, roasted salted sunflower seeds. So I guess this isn't exactly SOS, but this is how I'm doing it. Alright, so we're going to give this a good mix and make sure that everything is saturated. You want to make sure that everything is coated because if you've got any oats that aren't coated, number 1, they're not going to stick, and number 2, they're going to be, I think, hard. You know, you want it to be able to absorb some of the juice. I hate using my hands to roll out stuff. I will always grab a scoop. So you could do it with your hands, but I prefer a scoop. We are going to be baking these, and I'm going to put them all out here so that I don't get my scoop dirty and, you know, wet my hands and flatten them out a little bit. But we're going to be baking these at 350 degrees for 20 minutes on each side. Now, Dylan recommends that you flatten them out because you're going to be flipping them. And if they're round on the top, when you flip them, they're going to, like, go all over. So, that's why we're flattening them. And it doesn't matter if they're close to each other because there's no baking powder. They're not going to rise. They're pretty much going to stay that size.
What you see is what you get.
Exactly. WYSIWYG.
All right, what's going on here?
All right, well, I got my hands wet now, and I'm cleaning up the messiness of the scoop. But it does the heavy lifting, and then you need a little handwork to make it pretty.
Mm-hmm.
So these are going in at 350 for 20 minutes on each side. Whoa, look at how beautiful those look.
I know, right? And they smell even better.
The smell has been driving me crazy waiting for them to cool off.
I
They look
know.
so good.
Take a look. Very nice.
Very crispy looking.
Oh, it smells so good. I smell that cinnamon. Let me just put this so I don't drop any crumbs.
Okay. You like it?
That is so good! OMG, Dylan.
Yeah, right?
That is really good.
Dylan came up with a really good recipe there. I think it's a winner.
That's nice. I think it would be even better with, like, maybe some craisins.
Or raisins, yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't want to go, like, too crazy, because that's pretty calorie dense.
That's more sugary.
Yeah.
This is delicious.
But I think the sunflower seeds with a little bit of salt really adds a lot to it. It really plays off the sweet of the dates.
Just really good.
All right, well, there you have it. I can't wait to dive into that. Guilt-free. All right, so subscribe for more recipes like this. I would like to do more whole food, plant-based. not just like party junk food recipes.
Yeah.
So look for a better mix of healthy and party.
Right.
So subscribe for more.
Thanks for watching, and until next time, much love.